Hi, how are you? Hi, Christy, Ailish, Mary, Jackie. Good to see you guys. So, just to let you know that you're going to need props. You probably already know that. Tonight, you're going to need a bunch of stuff. So, what I've been practicing with and what I hauled out was a couple of couch cushions, 2 pillows from my bed, a blanket or 2, and a yoga mat. If you have bolsters, that's a bonus, but it's not necessary for tonight's practice. So we're going to get started in a couple of minutes, so go ahead and get cozy. You can be laying down and just taking a few deep breaths if you want to, and just letting yourself settle in. And go ahead and just pop a hi into the comments so I can see who's here. And just make sure that you can hear me. Let me know if the sound is not good. I'm going to turn the music down during our practice. But for now, I'm just going to let the music play so you can relax. So just let me know if there's any sound issues, you can't hear me at all. And we're going to get started soon. Okay? Good. Happy to have you here. Welcome. All right, welcome. Nice to see you guys. Hi, Sari. Hi, Wendy. Patty, hi. Good to see you. Hi, Edie. Welcome. So if I missed you, thank you for coming. And we're going to enjoy a restorative class with Yoga Nidra tonight. And this style of yoga is designed for de-stressing, calming the nervous system, taking us down a notch, giving us some sort of tangible tools to induce a rest and restore mode in our nervous system, in our physiology, so that we can return to baseline. So you might find that different things in life lately are making you have heightened emotions or heightened feelings of some kind. And so this is the practice that we use to chill the heck out. I don't know how else to say it. I had some notes. I left them over there. Let's see if I can remember what I was going to say. Props that you'll need for our practice tonight. So how this is going to go, we're going to do 2 or 3 things, gentle movement, just to kind of ease the body into being able to relax more deeply. And you can do this whole practice in your bed if you want to, and I highly recommend doing that. You might even have your mat on the floor, and then just pop into bed. You're so welcome to do that, and I'll offer modifications for that. That's the whole idea of this practice, is to just ease ourselves right into our nighttime routine, which might mean bed at 9 o'clock. Maybe you go to bed early. Maybe you always go to bed at 9, in which case, high five. So props that you're going to need. I've collected here a bit of an assortment of things from my house. I'm a big believer in using what you've got around the house. And so you don't need to go out and buy any fancy equipment for yoga. All you need is your body and your breath and the floor, and you're good to go. So I recommend grabbing 2 pillows from your couch, 2 pillows from your bed. If you have a bolster, that's great. You can use your bolster. But what I've been finding, and this is kind of an interesting thing, I have 2 bolsters. But because I know not everybody has bolsters, I've been experimenting with what do I need to make these restorative poses without using fancy equipment. Because these things cost money. They cost like $50, $60, $100. You don't need that. You don't have to go shopping. All you need is some blankets, some pillows, and you're good to go. You might have, if you don't have a bolster, you might have a yoga mat. Now, you can roll up the one that you're already sitting on if you have one at home. I just happen to have an extra here. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to invite you to come to laying down on your back. Again, thank you so much for being here. And we'll have a theme today of interconnectedness, but I'm going to talk about that a little bit more in a moment. So what I'll have you do is lay down any comfortable position on your back. I highly recommend taking your pillows from your bed, folding them over, and just wedging those under your knees. It's optimum if you have 2 pillows that are the same size so that you have symmetry when you prop underneath your knees. You're going to let the feet fall open and just come to gently laying down on your back. Now, if for any reason that's not comfortable, you're so welcome to change into another position that feels better for you. The key is comfort with this practice, right? Whereas some yoga styles look to create some stronger sensations or challenges, our goal here with this practice is to just chill out. So find what works for you. Snuggle in. I often say make a nest for yourself. Think about your comfort first and adjust accordingly. Good. So once you're snuggled in, making any little adjustments that you need to make yourself cozy, we're going to be here for maybe 5 minutes, and then we're going to do some little gentle stretch, and then we'll come back to relaxation. So just letting your body totally let go into the floor, whatever position you found yourself in. And we'll just start to take a series of a couple of deep breaths. You can inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth, and allow your body to melt into the support of the earth. Maybe find a little smile at the corners of your mouth. Exhale and let go. Let go and let go some more. And just recognizing that this is your time to do what's good for you, to serve yourself, so that you can recharge, regenerate, restore, and become more whole, more yourself, more who you are truly, in your true nature at the core of everything. Take another deep breath in through your nose. Exhale at the mouth and really double your relaxation. All the tension in the shoulders, let that go. Your jaw, your teeth, your tongue. Allow your face to go soft and slack. There might be a little smile just at the corners of your mouth. This idea of interconnectedness. I wanted to read you a quote that was shared by a friend, Kayla, and it's from a book called Braiding Sweetgrass. This First Nations Wisdom by an author named Robin Wall Kimmerer. And this is what they write. When times are easy and there's plenty to go around, individual species can go it alone. But when conditions are harsh and life is tenuous, it takes a team sworn to reciprocity to keep life going forward. In a world of scarcity, interconnection and mutual aid becomes critical for survival. So say the lichens. That's the quote. So say the lichens. Okay, so then I went and I looked up lichens because I know what lichens are. They're those little plants or critters that live on the rocks, which are really hard places to survive, right? But I didn't really know that much about lichens, so I looked up lichens and why is this idea of interconnectedness related to lichens? And this is what I found. Lichens are unusual creatures. A lichen is not a single organism, the way most other living things are, but rather it is a combination of two organisms which live together intimately. Most of the lichen is composed of fungal filaments, but living among the filaments are algal cells, algae, usually from a green algae or a cyanobacterium. Don't need to know that. But in many cases, the fungus and the alga, which together make the lichen, may each be found living in nature without its partner. But many other lichens include a fungus which cannot survive on its own. It has become dependent on its algal partner for survival. And so this idea of interdependence or interconnectedness, this recognition that we're all part of a whole. We're all part of a synergy that happens, an integral part. And today I was watching the birds migrating back from their summer vacation, or their winter vacation, I guess, and how birds fly in a V, and they all benefit from the energy of the bird in front of it as they fly in the bird's jet stream, the bird that's in front, and that's why they fly in a V. And when the first bird at the bottom or the front of the V gets tired, he falls back to the back of the V, and another bird becomes the first bird. And as I watched these birds and was thinking about interconnectedness, I thought about human beings and how when times are tough, we need each other. And we need to lean on each other, support each other, aid each other. And we're in this time now. So, deep thoughts to start our practice off with. Take another couple of breaths here. Notice your breath. If it's resting in your belly, let your belly expand as you inhale. Soften as you exhale. And just feel the rise and fall of your belly with your breath. Notice the interconnectedness of each breath. As each breath threads into the next breath. Each inhale connects to each exhale. And there's a continuum of breaths strung together, rising and falling. When you're ready, I'll invite you to bend your knees. And you can push those pillows forward with your feet So you're just kind of pushing them out of the way, making space for yourself. And then go ahead and bring your right knee into your right shoulder. Give your right knee a little hug. Just a gentle stretch for the low back. Relax your shoulders, relax your jaw, and just start to roll the back of your head gently on the floor or the bed. And like I said, I'm going to offer options for both if you're on the floor or on the bed. And there's always the option to just skip things and not do them because you're at home and you can do whatever you want. Give that right knee one more good squeeze in towards the right shoulder. Bring the head back to center and release the right leg down. I'm in my pajamas, by the way. I don't know if you guys are showing up in your pajamas. Good on you if you did. Bring the left knee in towards the left shoulder. Relax your shoulders and just gently roll the back of the head on the mat or the floor side to side. Just taking nice, long, deep breath here. Full inhales, full exhales to oxygenate the body. Beautiful. And then when you're done, coming back to center, release. Actually, let's bring both knees in and just gently rock a little side to side. Just massaging the back on the floor or on the bed. If your bed is quite soft, you might find it more beneficial to just roll onto the floor for these if your bed is pretty soft. Or maybe you're just resting through this part and not doing any movement, and that's okay too, yeah? All right, so here's your options. If you want to stay laying on the floor or the bed, place your feet on the floor with your knees bent. There's two things I'm going to offer you here. One is you can reach your arms up towards the ceiling, cross your right arm over your left, and drape your arms over your upper chest and your neck, just under your chin. It might be on your chin. Just see where the arms land. That's one option. Actually, let's all do this. What the heck? Let's just all stick together with this. We're going to take 3 ha breaths here. So inhale through the nose, deep inhale. Exhale out the mouth, deep exhale all the way out. Letting the weight of your arms hang on your body. Do 2 more breaths like that. Feeling the weight of your arms grow heavier and heavier as you inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Feel free to make sound if you want to. There's more release when you make noise, so feel not shy to do that. One more breath. Feel the release of that. And when you're ready, gently raising arms up towards the ceiling. We'll cross the left arm over the top and do the same thing on the other side. Really let the arms hang so there's no muscular energy being used. They might even cover your mouth when you let your arms really go floppy. That's okay. Just really let the arms be heavy and weighted. We'll take 3 ha breaths here. Go ahead. Inhale through nose, exhale through mouth, big sigh. One more. Good. And gently bring the arms back up towards the ceiling and release your hands down beside your body. Now, if you're on the floor and you're on a mat or you're on your carpet, you can roll over to the side. We're going to walk our way up and come into a child's pose. So you can just pivot around, walk your knees as wide as your mat. You can do this on your bed. If you find that your bed is quite squishy, then just put a bolster or a couple of those bed pillows underneath your chest so that you've got a little bit of support. So you could do that if you're on the bed. You could even do that if you're on the floor. You're going to take your knees wide and then slowly walk the body down. So with or without pillows, you can rest your head on your hands. Take your knees as wide as they'll go. So this gets into the hips a little. Take another nice deep breath in. Exhale all the way out. And I really want you to focus on exhaling here as a a tool for releasing physical tension, mental tension, any kind of tension that you have. Breathe it out through the mouth. Let that go. And take one more. Deep, deep inhale through nose. Exhale all the way out through mouth. Relax your forehead, relax your jaw, your shoulders, your arms. Good, nice. And we're going to slowly walk our way up. And we're just going to come to a seated forward bend to stretch the back body. So you can sit on your pillows if you want to, especially if you're in a squishy bed. The reason is that if you're in a squishy bed and you sit, your hips are going to have more weight and they're going to sink down. So you just want to lift your hips up a little bit to have them at least as the same level as your legs. Good. And we're going to do a honeybee breath here. Forgive me if my hair is getting all mussed up. It's bedtime for me. So stretch the legs out, flex your feet. As you inhale, you're going to reach your arms up. We're going to make a humming sound as we reach forward with the teeth apart slightly. So, Again, inhale, reach up. One more honeybee, teeth apart. One more, inhale. And just breathe, a couple breaths here, wherever your hands land. They don't have to be anywhere in particular. Just to stretch the west side of the body here, and then slowly walk yourself up. Okay, now we're going to move into our first restorative. So what I'll have you do is, this is Mountain Brook pose. And I'm actually just going to show it, well, I'll show it with bolsters too, but I'm honestly becoming very partial to every time I set up with just pillows and blankets, it's actually more comfortable than the bolster in most cases. So I'm excited about that because that means anybody can do this, okay? Anybody. Okay. So how did this go? All right. So if you're on a yoga mat, what you're going to do is you're going to roll up your yoga mat like so. You're going to place it across your mat like so. Then you're going to take one of your pillows from your bed and you're going to drape it over your rolled up mat. Keep one of your bed pillows, this is how this is going to go, for under your head. And I'm folding mine in half so that it's a little bit higher than if it's unfolded. Notice I'm leaving a little space here between the two. This is where my shoulders and my upper back are going to go with the arms stretched out. And then you've got these other two pillows, right? If you don't have them, hop up and find them because you're going to want to have them for this pose. So if you sit just in the front of a little bit of a distance away from this roll that's under your back, prop the pillows up on end so that they provide a little bit of lift under your knee, like so. Yeah, you want them even, so same size, same shape, same prop, right? Same height. Because if it's asymmetrical, if you have different pillows, your body picks up on that difference and it's subtly stimulating, and we want to take away as much stimulus as we can. If you want, you can have a folded blanket over your hips for grounding. This is not for warmth, it's for grounding, but if you find that you're cold, you can cover your whole body. Then when you go ahead and you lay down, so right away, I'm wanting that roll of bolster, roll of mat right underneath about my bra line. Okay, so If it's too high, if this is too high up, it's going to be right on the back of my shoulders, not going to be comfortable. If it's too low, it's going to be down on my waist, and that's a different sort of beast altogether. So you want that roll of mat and pillow on top. You want it right about the bra line, just below the scapula. There's a sweet spot there. And then your arms will be between the head support and the back support. And you can stretch them out. Let your feet fall open. Heels are on the ground. So you've got this little bit of a lift underneath the back of the heart. You want to make sure that you can still fully breathe here. If you inhale and you can't breathe fully in, then you know that if this roll is too high, you might need to unroll the mat a little bit that's under your back. Also looking for a neutral position for your neck, right? So if your pillow's too high under your head and your head's propped way up, it's not going to be as relaxing as if your neck and head are in line with the rest of your spine. Make any adjustments you need to be really comfy here. It's all about you. So finding what combination of props works for your body. You're in charge, so feel free to be creative here. And then start to move into your breath, letting go on the exhale. Just inhaling and exhaling a few rounds of breath and then settling in. Begin to soften your face, your features on your face, your eyebrows, your temples, your ears. Just relaxing into the oneness from which we came, the interconnectedness that we all came from. Right? No new matter is ever being created. It's only being recycled on the planet. So letting yourself sink in. Let the shoulders relax, the hips, the pelvis, the knees. Let everything grow heavy. Imagine you're chocolate on a hot summer's day and you're just melting. Someone's dropped you on the sidewalk and it's melting into the sidewalk under the hot sun. Find your little smile at the corners of your mouth and just resting here. Feel the rise and fall of your breath as it lifts and lowers your belly. And just stay connected with each breath in, each breath out. If the mind wanders off on an adventure, that's fine, but when you notice, just gently guide it back to your breath, softly and sweetly. Keep returning to your breath again and again as your anchor. Very slowly bring your awareness back into your body. Begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Circle your ankles. Begin to deepen your breath. When you're ready, slowly. So we're keeping the nervous system soft by moving slowly. Bend your knees. You can move the pillows out of the way of your feet. If they're in the way, we're going to gently roll onto our right side. And you might keep your eyes closed or just peeking, just enough to see where you're going. Place your hands on the floor and slowly walk yourself up. Now we're in this jumble of pillows and blankets. So we're going to come into restorative child's pose. And I'm going to offer options for that as well. So if restorative child's pose doesn't feel good on your knees, I'll offer another option for those of you that have knee crankiness going on. So then what we're going to do is, if you have a bolster, you can use a bolster. But if you don't have a bolster, take your rolled up yoga mat. I would even put 2 of these guys on top. Then I would go ahead and put these guys on top. What you're looking to do is fill up the space between your belly and the bolster. So you want to bring those pillows or bolster or pillows in nice and close to your belly. So you're going to bring them right in, stack them right up. Now, one of the challenges is making sure you have enough space at the end for your head to rest, that your head's not hanging over the end. So if you need extra, maybe you have to bring these in. Let's see how it goes. So if you did need a little bit more, you could always put that at the end to kind of bring it up to your level. So then you want to get nice and tall. Place your hands at the base of that. You're not sitting on it, but it's really snug into your belly. Get tall, lengthen your spine, and then get the belly on top of that and start to walk, blissfully forward. Okay. Glasses off for sure for that one. You can have your head to the, oh my gosh, that feels so yummy. Oh, so good. I swear pillows are better than bolsters. You could have your head to the side if that feels good. Or you could put your head on your hands. If that doesn't feel good, if the knees feel okay, but you just don't feel supported here, just get more folds of blanket, more pillows to raise that up. If the knees don't like it, if you're comfortable, great, stay where you are. If your knees do not like that, here's your option, is to put your hips on a blanket. On a stack of pillows like so, and rest this way. So it's giving the same effect in that it's creating space in between the vertebra and the low back by pressing on the belly. So you want those pillows right underneath the hip flexor, like right where your leg attaches to your body. There's a hip crease right here. So you want that pretty much right in the middle of the blanket if you're doing this modified version. And you can just rest your head on your hands here, or whatever feels comfortable for your neck. And then just let the legs flop. Maybe the toes turn in. And then it's deep breathing all the way. Letting go. Each exhale, letting go more. Release your shoulders. whichever version you're in. Soften your back body. Soften the back of your heart. Just let your heart soften and melt along with your shoulders. If you've been carrying the weight of the world around on your shoulders lately, let that go. Exhale and just let yourself be without that weight for just a moment. Free, light, liberated. Remember, if anything about the position that you're in isn't comfortable, doesn't suit you, be sure to shift and adjust as much as you need to find your cozy spot. This is the all-important part of restorative yoga. Let your legs feel heavy. Continue to exhale, space for yourself. Sinking into the support of beautiful, loving Mother Earth. Letting her hold you and support you as you rest. Staying attuned to each breath that comes in, each breath that flows out. And if you find your mind is quite active, acknowledge your thoughts. Know that their thoughts are only a part of who you are. And there's a part of you that's watching the thoughts. A part of you that is pure consciousness. Pure blissful consciousness, Satchitanand. Be aware of your tiny smile as you rest and breathe. And if you ever find yourself in a position that's just so sweet, that your body doesn't want to move. You have all the permission in the world from yourself to stay there as long as feels good for you. So if you feel ready, take a nice deep cleansing breath here. Inhale and exhale. And slowly, sweetly, gently, with awareness and mindfulness, start to slowly walk yourself back up. So if you're in child's pose, you might be walking back up with helping hands. If you're laying on your belly, just gently guiding up, maybe from forearms and coming up slowly again. Keeping your gaze, your focus soft, so you're not really concentrating too hard. We're going to shift into our nest position for Yoga Nidra. And so the goal with this is Shavasana, laying on your back the way it was when we started our session tonight, but with as much comfort as you can create for yourself. So if you're on the floor, this is a great time to hop in bed, by the way. Some things that I find are helpful are, say, a pillow under the back, maybe one under the back and one under the head. You could maybe double that up. All of these things are adjustable and personal. So I'll show you one setup that I kind of like. You're going to want a blanket over top of you too. If you're setting up your nest on the floor, put an extra blanket under you and one on top of you. If you're in your bed, then you won't need that underneath. And then also bolster under the knees or these pillows. And the reason for this is it helps to take the pressure off the low back, makes that a little more comfortable. But you might have your own way that you like to set up, and oh yeah. So that's what you want to get when you lay down in your nest. You want it to have that effect on you. You want it to be like, oh, it's like the most comfortable position I've been in all day. I've had a couple of long yoga sessions today and a big long walk today and yesterday, so it feels nice to lay down. So when you lay down, you're looking for symmetry, evenness between the left and right sides of the body. You're looking for comfort. You're looking for your head and your neck to be neither propped way, way forward so that the chin is super tucked, nor head hanging way, way back so your chin is jutting up in the air. You want to be in a position where your neck is in line with the rest of your spine, because your neck is part of your spine. So when I laid down, I had that sort of perfect arrangement there. Make any little adjustments to your clothing. If you have a ponytail on, take the ponytail out. Take your glasses off if they're not off already. And just even taking the waistband of your pants, especially if they're a little bit snug, take that waistband of your pants and push it down over your hip bones so that it's not across your belly. It's not cutting off the energy flow in your lower abdomen. Good. Once you're settled, just take that nice deep breath again. As you exhale out the mouth, let everything go. All the arranging, all the setting up, all the checking, everything to make sure it's just right. Let it go, release it, and settle in. Let the shoulders grow heavy. Allow the arms to grow heavy. And just allow yourself to sink into the support of the earth again. So you're feeling deeply connected to the supporting earth beneath your body. and your breath. We'll move into the practice of Yoga Nidra. Nidra means sleep. And the process of Yoga Nidra is quite simple. You're just listening to the sound of my voice and following the instructions in a comfortable way without focusing or trying too hard or intellectualizing. And it's very common and normal to fall asleep in this practice. If you've done Yoga Nidra before, you know sometimes you come in, sometimes you go out, you go back and forth, and that's okay. Over time with practice, you'll become more alert for the whole practice. And the other part of Yoga Nidra is we create for ourselves an affirmation or an intention, what we call a sankalpa or sankalp. And so if you've been practicing Yoga Nidra and you're working with one, stay with that same sentence, same wording until it becomes reality. If you're creating one tonight for the first time, what you're looking for is checking in with your heart and finding what your deepest heartfelt desire is for yourself to manifest on the highest plane. Something big, right? Maybe it's enlightenment. Maybe it's to be a completely loving and kind human being in all areas of your life. Something big for you that means something to you, that's powerful for you. And then what you'll do is create a sentence in the positive form in the present tense around that intention or desire for yourself. So some examples are, I am healthy, happy, and healed. Another one would be, I'm healthy on all levels of my being. I am peaceful and free. So noticing how that sentence is in the present tense, not in the future. It's also in the positive form, so there's an absence of no's, nots, any negative form of the word, because the brain only picks up the positive form. If it hears the negative, it'll pick up the negative form. So just take a moment, let that come to you. And when you have it, and you can borrow one of mine if you want to. Once you have it, repeat it 3 times to yourself silently with feeling and intent. And then when you're ready, start to become aware of the sounds in the distance. Become aware of the most distant sounds that you can hear. Let your sense of hearing operate like a radar beam. Searching out the distant sounds and following them for a few seconds. Move your attention from sound to sound without attempting to identify the source of the sound. Gradually bring your attention to closer sounds, to sounds outside the building, and then to sounds inside the building. Begin to notice the sounds inside the room where your body is lying. And just move your attention from sound to sound without attempting to identify the source of each sound. Now develop your awareness of the room that your body is lying in. And without opening your eyes, begin to visualize the four walls, the ceiling, the floor, your body lying on the floor. Become aware of the existence of your physical body laying on the floor. And just be totally aware of your body lying in perfect stillness. And start to develop the awareness of all of the physical meeting points between your body and the floor. Become aware of your breath, your natural breath. And just know that you're breathing. Now we're going to begin to take our awareness through the body. As I name each body part, you're going to feel and sense that part in your own body, and just move your awareness from part to part in a relaxed way without too much trying or efforting, just in an easeful way. So we'll start with the right hand thumb, forefinger, middle finger, ring finger, pinky finger, palm of the right hand, back of the right hand, right wrist, right forearm, right elbow, upper arm, right shoulder, armpit, right ribs, right waist, right hip, your thigh, knee, shin, calf, right ankle, right upper part of the foot, right sole of the foot, right heel, big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe. Then move your awareness to your left hand, sensing your left hand thumb, forefinger, middle finger, ring finger, sensing your pinky finger, palm of your left hand, back of your left hand, left wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, left shoulder, left armpit, left ribs, left waist, left hip, left thigh, knee, shin, calf, ankle, top of the left foot, sole of the left foot, left heel, big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe. And you'll move your awareness up to the top of your head, your forehead, your right eyebrow, left eyebrow, the center between the eyebrows, left eye, right eye, left ear, right cheek, left cheek, right nostril, left nostril, tip of your nose, upper lip, lower lip, upper teeth, lower teeth. Bring your attention to the roof of your mouth, the tip of your tongue, the back of your tongue, the back of your throat, the tip of your chin, your jaw, your throat. And from the lips, we go to the breath. Draw your attention to the natural ingoing and outgoing breath. Feel the breath moving along the passage between your navel to the throat. On inhalation, you'll feel the belly rise. On exhalation, feel the belly soften. Continue to follow the flow of your breath as you inhale and exhale, being completely aware of your breath, naturally breathing. And begin to count your breath. I am breathing in. Count from 54 down to 1. I am breathing in 54. I am breathing out 54. I'm breathing in 53. And breathing out 53. And so on. Continue counting down to 1. If you lose count, begin again at 54 and start anew. Just counting silently. Continue. Okay. And then leave the counting. Coming back to just observing your natural breath. And bring your awareness back to your body and all the points that are touching the floor, becoming aware of your physical body resting on the earth. And as you feel that connection of the earth beneath your body, just take this moment to recognize your interconnectedness with all things. As we breathe the same air, we share the same air as the trees. And what the trees breathe out, we breathe in. We are interconnected with all living parts of this planet, integral to everything. And as you feel the support of the earth under your body, allow yourself to rest in that feeling of interconnectedness for a moment, that feeling of oneness with all, nothing separate. like the lichen and the birds. When you're ready, bring your attention back to your sankalpa, the words that you spoke to yourself at the beginning. Repeat those same words to yourself 3 times with feeling and intent. When you're ready, allow your breath to deepen a little with awareness. Fill your lungs with that life-giving oxygen, cleansing out what you don't need with your exhale. And from here, you're so welcome to stay resting for longer, just basking in that feeling of connectedness, of oneness. That is your true nature. Just take as much time as you need, and when you do decide to roll to the side and come up, if you do it very slowly and mindfully, 5, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, or maybe you're in bed and you're staying there for the night. So I'd like to close with one Om, the sound of Om, creating that connection to Source for us, the vibration resonating at the same frequency as the universe and all of creation inside of that. May all beings be peaceful, happy, and interconnected in a beautiful way, and free. Namaste. And thank you all so much for coming. In your hearts, you can give a smile and a nod of namaste to your neighbors and to all human beings. May your lights shine bright, and may you rest deeply this evening. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful night.